So welcome, Year 8. I'm hoping that you can hear me clearly. We've started a different connection, so I'm hoping that can be heard better. Miss Darlington, would you mind putting me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on my reception? Great. So good evening. We've asked you to come and join us tonight for a very special evening to talk about your curriculum next year. So this year has been unusual. It's been staggered. You've been in zones. Next year, I think that the world is going to feel very, very different educationally, and we'll be able to open up lots more opportunities for you. That's what I'm hoping at the moment. So we're having a look at what your Year 9 curriculum will look like. And there've been lots of guidance out there. Ofsted are experts in this, the Department of Education, and all of them have published different views on what your curriculum in Year 9 should look like. Now, we don't just take the guidance as it is and put a package and apply it in North Liverpool Academy. We always look at what we've got as a year group and think, what is actually best for who we have, our wonderful students? What will give them the best opportunities to be as successful as possible? We aspire, we use experience, we work in the community, and then finally we achieve. These are 4 key words and our core aims. And those core aims help us look at what we provide to you so you have the best opportunities. For by the time you finish at Key Stage 4 in Year 11, you get the best suite of qualifications possible, and then you can embark on whatever you like in a sixth form, whether it's with us, and I hope it will be, but whether it's in other colleges too. You've got the qualifications you need to go and embark on sixth form education. Maybe you want to go into an apprenticeship or other opportunities too, but we want to make sure you've got the best possible chance of achieving the best grades. And it is important to get the best qualifications and grades, but it's also important to have the best educational experiences, and that's our role too, to put those out so we're developing your core skills as learners. So we've put a lot of thought into this, and I have a senior leadership team that help me run the school, and I have some progress leaders that help me run the school. And in the senior leadership team is Mrs. Darlington, and Mrs. Darlington is my assistant principal for curriculum. We've done an awful lot of work on what we think will be the best possible Year 9 for you. Some schools start their GCSEs in Year 9. Some schools start it in Year 10 and 11. And we're going to actually do a hybrid of the both. We're going to do a Key Stage 3 and carry on your Key Stage 3 for 1 more year, but pick the best bits of what a Key Stage 4 curriculum will look like, yours 10 and 11, and add bits of it into your 9. So you get the best of both worlds. You get to carry on a wide variety of curriculum options whilst having a look and a little taster sessions and little projects of what your years 10 and 11 will look like in order for you to get the best qualifications and sparkle before you start your sixth form education, or whether you go on to apprenticeships or employment. So that's what we're here to talk about tonight. I'm going to hand over to my wonderful Mrs. Darlington, and she's going to talk you through the different curriculum, the way it will be delivered, the way it will feel different, and the different opportunities that will be out there for you so that you can do the best you can when you get to take in your GCSEs in years 10 and 11. So we've put a lot of effort in. Tonight we're calling this the Year 9 curriculum evening, and we're opening up your eyes to what will be available next year as Year 8 finish your year and begin Year 9, the final year at Key Stage 3. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, Year 8, and thank you for so many of you joining us today. As Miss Vernal said, our curriculum is based upon our school motto: aspire, experience, community, and achieve. And this is what we have in mind when we are planning what you are going to be learning from your school journey from Year 7 to Year 11. We want you to leave us with the best possible opportunities for your future. And that is absolutely what we base our curriculum planning on. When you go for a job against somebody else from another school, we want you to have that competitive edge. We want you to blow your employers away, not just with what you have learnt, but also with what you have experienced in school. Also with what you can talk about, whether you can talk about when you've done problem solving, whether or not you can talk about when you've led a project, whether or not you can tell them that you've been determined and you've overcome some barriers. That's what builds your character, and that's what makes you competitive in the world of work. So our curriculum is based on our subjects to get you the best possible outcomes, and our experiences to build that character, to make sure that you are head and shoulders above everybody else with whatever you want to do next. Thanks, Miss. Can you move on? So when we look at our curriculum, we have been looking at what actually underpins it. What do we want you to be able to do? Obviously, I've just said we want it to follow our school motto. We absolutely want it to be able to prepare you for the future. We want it to be able to build. So in year 7, 8 and 9, you're building really strong foundations. And you will build on those as you choose to do your GCSEs, if you choose to do your A-levels, and further on into university or into employment if that's what you choose. But we want our curriculum to be flexible. We want to see you as individuals, and we want to give you the opportunity to follow subjects which really, really interest you, which you really have a passion for, whether that be through GCSEs, whether that be through BTEC, or whether that be through an enrichment route. The whole idea is that we provide you with a broad and balanced curriculum which provides excellent foundations in all of your subjects so that you can move on to those next steps of education. We move on, Miss, please. So this is what we think an NLA learner looks like when they leave us. They have an understanding of global issues. They have a wide vocabulary. They understand how to look after themselves and stay safe. They have a high level of digital literacy, which is so important in today's technological world. They have a high level of literacy and numeracy, but a strong sense of character as well. So you can see that this is where it marries up really well. Those subjects that you are learning and the subject knowledge and the skills and the understanding that you're gaining here, but also those experiences which help you build strength of character, which help you have first-hand experiences that you can draw on throughout life. So this is our plan for you. This is where we want you to be when you leave us with a smile on your face in year 11 or in year 13. Thanks, Miss. So the changes, and this is what you will all be interested in. We have made some changes this year so that you have a very solid learning foundation, which allows you to achieve the very best. And we want you to continue to study a broad and balanced curriculum throughout year 7, 8 and 9, so that we know and you know that you are fully prepared for your next steps in education. So the changes that we are making. In September, we will be moving to a 2-week timetable. So we will have a week A and a week B. That will be different for you. However, Mr. Welch has been incredibly clever in the way he's written the timetable, and it will have minimum disruption for you. So all your lessons will be in the same place most of the time. So if you've got science lesson 1 on a Monday, you will have science lesson 1 on a Monday. It may be subjects such as PE, which move slightly. It may be subjects such as geography or history that move slightly from week A to week B, but the majority of your subject will be the same each week. So it gives us more flexibility to provide you with more learning opportunities because we're running across a 2-week timetable. However, it won't be disrupted to you. Your new planners will have it clearly written which week it is. Your timetables will have it clearly written which week it is, and across the screens across the academy, it will be clear every week which week it is. At the end of a half term, we will obviously make sure that when you come back, we communicate with you which week it is. You are aware and you know whether or not to bring your PE kit, you know which books to bring back, you know which homework is due. Okay? What we are doing is we are providing you with more opportunities to learn. So you are going to be doing more physical education next year. There will be extra PE lessons on your timetable. This is really important. We've gone through so much upheaval these past 2 years. Lockdown, back into school, lockdown, not being able to see your friends, not being able to go out to the park and kick a football about. It's so important for your mental and physical health that you are out getting some exercise. And that's why we've increased our PE time. What we will be looking at, which will be slightly different next year, is looking at giving you a foundation in each of the subjects that's available at Key Stage 4. So these would be the options that you will do, you may choose to do in year 10 and 11. Now, the way we would normally do it is we would go into assemblies and we would tell you about these subjects, and you and whoever's at home would come round and speak to all of the teachers about these subjects and get a feel for what they are. That is not, it's not as good as experiencing those subjects firsthand. So what we are going to do is on a carousel, so you will have 6 weeks of each of these subjects where you will experience fully what it is like to actually study those to GCSE level. You will get the proper experience of what is required from you, what the challenges are in the course, what the benefits are of the course. You will have a full understanding of what those courses can lead to in the future. So if that's a pathway you want to go along, you will be fully prepared for that. And then when it comes to making those choices at the end of year 9, you will have more experience and you will be making more informed choices about what you want to do. We will, of course, still next year have that opportunity where you can come into school, where whoever's at home can talk to your teachers, where you can go through the course of what it would look like. But you will have proper experience of those subjects within the classroom, which will mean that you can make a better decision for you. So now I'm going to pass over to Miss Wheeler, who is going to talk about the arts and our enrichment activities for next year.
Right. Good afternoon, Year 8. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the arts curriculum that will be happening next year. So we are keeping music, drama and performing arts, and you will be receiving one of those lessons every 2 weeks. And the reason that we're doing this is because it's so important in our curriculum to have creativity, to be able to express yourselves musically or with art or performing art, to have that practical element running through your education. Also, it inspires self-expression, and it builds communication skills, encourages discipline, and it's a vital part of your education to be studying these arts, and we are going to be continuing with them next year. Also, when Miss was talking about employment opportunities there, employers these days look at your CV and look at what you've studied, and they really feel inspired, and pupils who have the arts on their curriculum and CD are sought after. Okay, next slide, please, Miss. So as well as having the curriculum time for music, art and performing arts, we have opportunities for you to get involved outside of the curriculum as well. So in music, as you already know, we have an orchestra, we have a choir, there's also a school band, which you can get involved in. In 2019, we had our arts festival, which as you've seen on the previous slide, we won an award for, and that was really looking at all of the opportunities in the arts across the city, exhibitors, workshops. We have trips as well, where the choir go out and sing all across the city. And also there's an opportunity, and I know some of you are having this in Year 8 now, for peripatetic lessons. So what that means is that you can come out and have individual lessons on guitar. I know some of you do ukulele at the moment, flute, clarinet, all of those opportunities there. In performing arts, Mrs. told me that she is planning to run some theatre trips when things get back up and running. We also collaborate and do a summer show, which you can get involved in, audition for, be part of the cast, the band, be backstage. We're always looking for people to get involved. Also, as well as art and performing arts, they have industry specialists which come in. So they will teach you how to, use your creativity, do certain skills with you in drawing. Miss has also told me in art that they go to museums and galleries on location trips, and again, professionals will be coming in. So as soon as things start to open back up, these opportunities will be available, especially to you in Year 9, to continue your art education. Okay, thank you, Miss.
Hi everybody, so my name is Mrs Davis and I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself. I will be your child progress leader through years 9 and 10, guiding them through their options process at the end of year 9 and into the beginning of their journey through Key Stage 4 in year 10. As explained by Mrs Darlington, we are all really excited about the new curriculum that we have to offer. And I've been fortunate enough to work with the year 8 students this year and look forward to working with such a lovely cohort of students next year. We want to clarify that the reporting process will be exactly the same. Your child will receive exactly the same amount of reports through the year. And if you have absolutely any queries about your child's progress, please do not hesitate to contact me or a member of the progress team. In addition to that, should you have any queries regarding the information that's been delivered this evening, the Year 8 Progress Leader, Mrs Johnson, and I will be available in the Year 8 zone tomorrow morning and Friday morning to answer any questions. Alternatively, you can drop us an email through your child's Gmail account or request a phone call through reception, and we will get back to you as soon as it is absolutely possible. If we get quite a few questions that are common, we will create a frequently asked questions sheet to distribute to you all. But thank you for your time this evening. And Miss Vernon, would you like to say anything to close?
Just finally, in addition to what you've just said, I've noticed a lot of hands going up, and that means that our students are always keen to ask lots of questions. So to reiterate what these guys have said, Miss Johnson is the year 7 and 8 progress leader. Miss Davis is 9 and 10. So this is kind of a handover session, and lots of questions will be coming in. Please send them in your Gmail account, exactly as Mrs. explained. We're around the building to answer your questions as well, so please do so. And if you would like a phone call, again, through the Gmail account or through reception, absolutely as explained. But thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. I've seen a massive amount of engagement tonight, and that shows how keen you are to do the best you possibly can in years 9, 10 and 11. It's exciting. The world will become, and the educational world will come far back to normal, and everything will open up. I'm absolutely confident of that, and we'll be able to give you really exciting year 9, 10 and 11, and we'll be able to open up all sorts of experiences, trips and things that will enrich your curriculum. I cannot wait. I think we've put a lot of work into this new plan moving forward. While we've been working through year 8, lots of work has been going on in this behind the scenes, but I really think that this is going to be an exciting new year 9 curriculum, and you're the first guys to be able to experience it and take part in all of these extra activities and extra trips. It's going to be great. So thank you very much for joining us. Happy to sign off now, but thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
Bye.
Bye-bye.